what's up? Today I'm going to talk about some wild facts about your kid's child development and why they're important, and also why we're going to talk about them today. Alright, let's get straight into it. Wild fact number 1 is that did you know babies are born with about 300 bones and adults only have 206 bones? So many people actually might have known this, but people didn't know that a lot of these extra bones are just cartilage, especially the ones in the skull. It's mostly bones that are just one bone that start off split and then combine later on in your life. So let's say your skull would be one bone, but as a baby it's split into multiple different smaller bones. Obviously in real life the skull isn't one bone, but I'm just giving an example. Having lots of bones allows for the super flexibility that a kid needs when they're being born. The unfused sections are called growth plates. Those are crucial for lengthening bones and are the things that let you grow throughout your entire life. This should just come to show why being gentle with your kid is so important, and little things like letting them rest on one side more than the other, it could cause such a big effect later on in their life because the bones are so soft and fragile. Wild fact number 2 is that a baby's grip strength could be even crazier than an adult's. Babies are able to hold their entire body weight and sometimes even more than that. Obviously a baby's grip strength is probably not stronger than yours, but they do have a wildly strong grip strength compared to their size and compared to the rest of their strength in all their other muscles. Historically, we think that this came from our ancestors, from how strong they had to be as a baby. And while they are strong, they do need to disappear, sadly, and this takes about 4 to 6 months after the baby's born and slowly fades away. The reason it does disappear is so your baby could have all those types of motor skills and hand use, and if it never goes away, they won't be very good with their hands. They just won't be able to do fine things like writing and other activities. Wild fact number 3, and the last one, is that crawling isn't just for moving and building muscle. Well, maybe it is for building muscle, but it also builds the brain. Let me explain. Since their brain is unused to the normal world and they're just figuring things out, they're trying to get that mind, hand, and leg connection, and by crawling, they have to constantly give themselves support, reach out for stuff, put their hands on other things, and it builds a really good mind-muscle connection. And that's how it builds the brain. And it actually builds your brain a lot more than you think it would. And it has a bunch of benefits, like body awareness and balance, which are things that you don't really think would come from crawling, but it actually do, because they're in kind of a plank position, but easier, which it does help build the core, and also helps build the shoulders, because it's pushing on their shoulders right here as they crawl and stand up, and it helps build that, which will just help for other things later on, and just child development later on. It might be cool that crawling helps build the brain, which is why you have to be sure that your kid does crawl. Now that you can see how many benefits it really has, not just the muscles it builds, and make sure that he really goes through the crawling phase before moving on to walking. Hopefully this helped you learn why it's so important to crawl and have your baby crawl, so just try to implement that as much as you can. I hope all these 3 facts were really cool to you and helped you guys out to understand how important they are, and were just something to think about. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and leave down in the comments which one you thought was your favorite.